Have you ever? And I mean, have you ever had your husband head to be so big that it was bigger than the television? Well, let me tell you how to get rid of that problem. All you gotta do is say, move, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Your head is bigger than the Mrs. Howe is drinking her herb tea. Look at that. That look like corn. Boy, they be making all this stuff. Talking about herb tea and it look like corn in my cup. Are you serious? Well, call 1-888-222. Call Dewey Cheatham and Mrs. Howe. Don't it look like corn, y'all? What? Man, and I'm sitting up here, and I have the nerve to be turning this up to my mouth, drinking it like it's some type of medicine. Have you ever been to a flea market and it has big old holes all in the ground? I'm talking about big gigantic holes to tear your car up.
Well, it's third world country that we're in right now.
You got that right. Yes, Lord. Have you ever?
Have you ever?
Don't burn your car out here. Dewey and Cheatham. Dewey and Cheatham in house. Call Dewey and Cheatham. Dewey and Cheatham in house. Mr. Dewey. Hello, Mr. Dewey. What would you like to say today?
Have you ever, and I mean have you ever, had a date night at the age of 50-ish and your date night started about 7-ish and both of y'all is in a snore fest by 8-ish?
No.
Yeah. Well, and that's what happens when you 50-ish. So all I can tell you is call 1-800-222-DEWEY Cheatham and Howe, and we'll explain to you what happened on a 50-ish date night.
Call Dewey and Cheatham. Dewey and Cheatham in house. Call Dewey and Cheatham. Dewey and Cheatham in house. Mrs. Howe. Well, have you ever? And I mean, get 'em, Mrs. Howe. Get 'em, Mrs. Howe. Have you ever had a child to tell you, Mom, your feet stink? And I said, what? He say, I smelt your shoes, Ma, and they smelt it like pig feet. I said, oh, you ain't got no business down there smelling my shoes in the first beginning. Ma, you need to throw them away in the garbage. So when I tell y'all, when he got them shoes and took my shoes and started throwing them at me, because he was mad because the way my shoes smelled like feet, and telling me my shoes smell like a pig feet, I took my shoes and I soaked them shoes. I soaked them in some hot water and some Dawn. And Dawn is the best thing that you could ever use to clean your shoes. But I cleaned them shoes, y'all, and when I dried them, they started smelling worse. They smelled like Dawn and feet. So I ended up throwing them in a garbage can. Now, let me tell you how to get rid of that problem. Well, if you don't want them fumes to be in your room and the children thinking it's your feet, or they probably thinking it's inside your clothes or in your closet because of the smell, take them shoes and burn them. Call 1-888-222 or 1-800-222. Call Dewey
Cheatham in house.
Cheatham in house.